Let's talk about this issue once and for all, because it's not only about Kenyans who are applying their visas here in the country, but it's happening to people all over the world. Okay, in most parts of the world, even those people who are in Dubai and Qatar, in other places, people from other nationalities are getting visa denial, the C1D visa denial. Okay, and it's really sad to see that you've gone through the whole process of you applying for these jobs, which are sometimes very hard, or they take a whole time for you to secure one or to get shortlisted. You go through the interview, you get your job. Maybe you do your STC trainings, you do your medical, which costs a lot of money. Some of you even quit jobs because you're mentally prepared to join the cruise ship, but only to get disappointed when it comes to you going there at the embassy for your visa interview and getting a denial. So that is what I want us to talk about on this video, and see how we can do things better or in a different way to try to higher our chances of not getting denied the C1D visa. So guys, let's get into today's video. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Paulina, or Travel with Though, and on this channel I talk about travel or how you can immigrate to different countries without using an agent or traveling consultant. I give you all hacks on how you can travel abroad on a budget, and most importantly, how you can secure a job on board cruise ship. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friend, and make sure your bell icon is on so that you can be notified whenever I post a video. On today's video, as you can see on the title, we are going to be talking about C1D visa and why there are so many cases of C1D visa denial, where initially C1D visa was the easiest way you can get a US visa. Okay, but lately, in the past like 3 or 2 months, people have been getting visa denial, especially here in Kenya. Okay, last month we had almost 50, or let's not say 50, like 20 people who got denied their visas. 2 weeks ago, 10 people told me that they got their visa denied, and though we have some visa approval, they are less compared to the denials, which is really sad. Okay, so there are a few things that I need us to talk about. And number one thing I want to tell you guys is, don't quit your job until you get that visa, until you get that ticket. Okay, getting a visa is one thing, getting a job is one thing, going the process is one thing, but until you have your ticket and confirm that you're going to be traveling in a certain date, don't quit your job. I even advise you to take a leave, and maybe after a month you can now send your resignation letter. Okay, so it has been really hard. Okay, and we want to look on a few stuff. Number one is, when it comes to you applying for these jobs, make sure your CV is your CV. Okay, if you have been working in a certain restaurant, if you've been working somewhere, just make sure those are the details that you include in your DS-160. Okay, there is the CV that you use to do your application with the cruise company, and then there is the DS-160 form where you fill before you book your visa appointment with the US Embassy. And this is where you get to fill all the information. Remember, in most cases, this is where all the question will come from. Anything you write in that DS-160 will determine if you're going to get a job it's not a job, if you're going to get your visa or not. And for example, tuseme, wacha niongee na Kiswahili, tuseme ulikuwa umeandika CV yako, umefanya hoteli fulani for the purpose of you getting a job. Okay, I know some of you have experience, but hamna experience ya 5-star, so you opt on writing that you've worked in a 5-star kwa CV zenyu. So when it comes to the DS 160, kindly include where you've worked, where you have legitly worked. If I don't know, legitly is a English name or not, like where you've worked, okay? Don't add other stuff, because that's where the problems comes in. A few weeks ago, someone went at the US Embassy and they were requested to provide a contract, which was something different, because in most cases, they don't ask for your contract. But this specific day, this lady was asked, can you be able to provide your contract? She said no, and then she contradicted herself and said, actually, I did quit the job like a week ago. And that was the reason for her visa denial. Like, she could not be able to provide the contract. Another person was given the yellow paper, and they requested him to go back home, get the recommendation letter, upload it, and then they will tell him when to go for his visa. So you find, if you had filled in your DS 160 that you've worked in a particular place where you cannot even be able to provide those documentation, it will be really hard for you. I don't mean that this is a question that is asked by everyone, for like when you go there they'll ask you, but just in case. Secondly, make sure you dress properly, okay? I know you're not going for a job interview or something, but dress properly, because how people see you, the first impression, is also very important. Prepare your documents in advance, okay? Don't go there like bring your LOE. That's when you're perusing, where is my LOE? Just bring the documents that are only required, okay? I have just said that you need sometimes they may ask a recommendation letter. Don't bring your recommendation letter with you while going to the embassy or to your visa interview, but have it just in case they ask you. You can request, like, I'm going to I have it, but I left it at home. So they'll give you a chance to go and upload it if they really need it, okay? If they feel like it's necessary for them to have the recommendation letter or the contract. So just bring in your passport, your LOE, and that receipt for payment. If when you are filling your DS 160, if your passport size photo was not like fit, and they requested you to bring your passport size photo during your interviews, make sure you bring them, and they should be in the white background, okay? So when you do that, despite that when it comes to visa denial or approval, it all depends with the embassy. It's not like how good you filled in your DS 160. You might have done everything correctly, and when you go there they deny you. But to higher your chances of getting the visa, prepare yourself earlier, okay? Avoid answering unnecessary questions, or avoid answering questions that you have not been asked, okay? For example, do you have a contract? It's a yes or no. Don't start explaining, oh, no, I don't have, because in my previous company they were not providing contracts. That is unnecessary information that you're giving, and it might lead to more questions that will lead to you being denied the visa, okay? So I know it's really hard, but you can reapply for a visa, which is not even guaranteed. I had a case where someone reapplied and they got, but in most cases you'll find that even when you go the second time, they are going to deny you. there's that feeling of I've been denied the visa and I need to reapply one ASAP, because you are really invested in you going, and now that the visa is denied, you're thinking on how you can reapply, how you can plan yourself again. While you're doing that, or while you're thinking about that, remember it's a risk thing. Okay, like it's a 50-50 thing. You might go there and they deny you, or you might go back and they approve it. Okay, especially depending on the reasons why they denied you the visa. So guys, when you do your applications for cruise job, make sure that you're still working where you are. If you need to do your STCW, just ask for like the 5 or the 10 days leave, go do your STCW, go back to work. uh, work until the last minute, work until you get your ticket. That's the secret. Okay, and above all, involve God in all your doings, because without that, things might go like, I don't know how to explain, but things might not go well. So that's something people need to understand and prepare mentally, and know that things are changing really quick. But one thing is, if you get to secure that visa, if you get to secure that job, if you get to move to the US to go work on a cruise ship, protect the name of your country. Protect it. Be that ambassador, because if you go out there and do things that are not good, they will not say like, oh, travel with who went to work in a cruise ship and she did this and that. No, they will say a Kenyan lady did this and this, and then a Kenyan lady, a Zambian lady, a Ugandan lady, a Ugandan man. So it's the name of your country, and if anything goes wrong, and they stop having people from your country, you see, you're you're making other people lose that chance to make their life better, or to join cruise ship, or other stuff. So try to be a ambassador of your country, and all other things will be good. So guys, that's it for this video. If you have any questions or any suggestion, leave them in the comment section of this video. I'm going to respond. And thank you so much for watching. See you in our next one. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and like this video. Bye guys.